All right.
All right.
Are we live?
We are live.
We are live.
We are live. Somebody's got to
be on time around here.
And it doesn't look not the heavy wrench.
Nope.
Well, so we have gone live.
We are going live tonight.
Yes.
The
apparently hijacking a live stream.
we have stole the show. That is us. We are here to captivate you with a couple of hours of fine entertainment tonight. And I guarantee you it will be entertaining for us.
Well, yeah. You're only going to get entertainment if it's you and I.
You got what is that? 2 people watching right now?
I can't read it. It's too far away.
I can't even see
2 people watching.
Only 2?
You got to click on the comments to read them.
Yeah, like we don't.
So go up there to One Mechanic where it says first, click.
Oh yeah,
and then it comes up.
Don't you have like a little button you can do that with?
One Mechanic, and then you come down to the next one. Say hi to One Mechanic.
Oh, hi, hey, One Mechanic. We're here. We're here to entertain you tonight.
Hi, Bill.
This is heavy equipment, guys. All stick together.
You heavy equipment guys always stick together.
Yep.
This is true that they do.
And we are.
One Mechanic says, "Yep."
Well, you're already caught up on the thing.
So, no, I'm not caught up.
Will.
Oh, what do we got there? Will, good evening, Bill and Dave. Bill Beckett.
Oh, here we go. No, you can read up here.
You want me to read it?
My excavator.
My excavator friend lost a track while removing a stump in my front yard. We got it on pretty easily, but I definitely prefer being in a shop with all my tools right in front of me.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. We got to tune that down a little bit because the comments cover your face.
No,
that's okay. I don't mind
anyway,
so much.
I know.
All right. What?
I was doing a little heavy wrenching myself today. I actually completed a radiator.
No, I gotta go actually.
So I completed a radiator on my 9700 Ford tractor today, and burped the old system and drove her down the road and had myself one heck of a day.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye there.
There's 9 people on there.
See, it's perfect. But
you'll have to come back down.
4,000.
You'll have to come back down for
4,000, and she shows up. That's what it was all about. We'll just adjust this. Jeez Louise, I come down here and everything's.
I didn't touch nothing.
Whacked up here and crazy. There we go. Now we're looking. You gotta look into the camera. I
am looking up.
Oh, man, Will. All right, there we go. Oh wait, what did Will say here? Bill Beckett said about his excavator. One Mechanic just got a set of the Klein strippers you recommended. Love how the sheathing on the multicolored conductor. Those are pretty nice that they pull off multiple. What do you think about Klein?
You can't go wrong with Klein screwdrivers and for electrical Klein tools for electrical work. Nothing like them. They're the best, hands down. They make the best lineman pliers, dikes, wire strippers. Everything. They are the best. Bar none.
Hi to Will. Hey Murray, what's up? Diabolical. Hello, how are you? That's awesome, Will. Thanks for watching. Ches B is here. One Mechanic. Look, my favorite peeps. Who you freeing to? Oh, bye, Mrs. Wrench.
Oh yeah. She's wrenching.
Let's see here. Bill Beckett. I still work with my dad every day. He's 81. Still comes in. My mother drives him crazy, so he won't retire. Well, yeah.
It's worth it.
It's worth it? Okay.
Yep, it's worth it.
Oh, let's see.
I have to tell you, though, today I had some issues with that radiator a little bit. We had a tough time getting her in there, and then I finally got all the clamps and everything hooked up to it, and then I went to look for my wife buys me gallons of antifreeze for my tractors around the farm. Goes to that Dollar General joint and buys them for cheap. So I went to get it. I had at least 2 gallons, and I only have 1.5 gallons. And lo and behold, sitting right beside a project of the heavy wrenches is a 0.5 gallon of antifreeze, of my antifreeze.
Oh, of your antifreeze?
Yeah. So then I took and I went and I had to go uptown. Of course, I needed more. It's a 5. I think holds like 5 gallons. So anyway, I go uptown, get some more, put it in, and then I was able to start it up.
I'm curious. We'll have to investigate on this stuff because I've been using the black color service guard jugs with the red.
Yeah, there was none of them around. There was none of them around.
Well, there was some Motorcraft stuff sitting there.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, there's a whole.
All I seen was that
there's a whole case of concentrate Motorcraft
that
we bought.
I think it's red though.
I think it's green.
Nope, I think it's red.
Whatever. Awesome. Anyway, Brian Meadows, how are you tonight? Joshua, I don't think you can join tonight. We're gonna have the old time welder on for tonight's episode, so I do apologize for that. But
I'm glad you're here, Josh.
We are definitely glad you're here. It's nice to see you in the chat as always. I think he's one of the most consistent ones.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? Like
always one of the first ones on.
Yeah, he's just it's crazy.
He's all about it.
Brian Meadows, it's the heavy wrench and the legend.
The legend. Yeah.
Hi,
I don't know if I'm a legend yet, but
let's see if we can do this different. I want to see if we can
I don't know.
here we go to comments, settings. Shift videos up for comments and banners. So we'll take that off. Close this down and see if it changes anything here. Let's see. Oh, it still replaces it. Oh well. Anyway, what we got here? K Sash. Yeah, K Sash, I think. Any truck recommendations that can cost around 20 to 35 or 30 to 35K. Great stream. I appreciate the great stream. Okay. 30, 35 grand. I don't know. I mean, are you talking semis? You talking regular pickups? What are you talking? Hit the chat. Let me know what you're talking. Look at this. We're like this comment right here came in at 9:05. We're only 2 minutes behind on comments, and there's 21 people in the chat. Can you believe that? You can't go wrong with the approval of the old time welder. There you go. There you go. Some opinions matter because some opinions carry more weight than others, huh?
Yep. You got her.
Imagine that. Walker Sullivan, how are you tonight? Great to have you in the chat. Thanks for hit the like button. I appreciate it. Yes, Joshua is graduating this June. Ooh. And he's having a party on June 19th. If anyone wants to join on that day, let him know. Hit him up on Instagram. I think Josh, we need to, before we start publicizing this like crazy, I think we need to talk to your parents a little bit about that and make sure everything's good to go on that aspect before we start inviting the YouTube world out to your graduation party. You may not have enough food for the YouTube community that you're involved in because you are, I think you have more friends on YouTube than I do, to tell you the truth. I think that's true because he was on a live stream last night. I seen. Crazy. And here we go. Occupant's here. He's always looking for there. Let's see. A reliable pickup that could be a day-to-day as well. I really don't. I like my 6.4 or 6.7. I'm sorry. Stay away from the 6.4s if you're going forward. Chevy. I really don't know much about them. The Duramaxes seem like they had some really good years. 03, 04s, but that 30 to 35,000, you're going to be probably in that range. I don't know. Like you probably get a 2012, 2013 for in that range. And my 2012 Ford 6.7, I have not done anything to it emissions wise other than put DEF in it. I've put DEF in it every time it needs it, and I'm going to knock on some wood just because it's a vehicle and anything with tires and, can give you problems. But so far, it's been reliable. I have not deleted anything. I have not programmed anything. I have not done anything to it. 125,000 is all I got on it, though. So I still think that's a good engine. If you went to a Dodge, the 6.7 over there seems to be pretty reliable, seems to be pretty good. So I think you're looking in that 2012 range of Dodge, Ford, Chevy, something like that. I would say if you're looking for a diesel. Gassers, I don't know. I really don't have a great opinion on that. So let's see. One mechanic is saying hi to occupant. Everybody's saying hi to occupant. Let's see. Willie Rectum, how are you? Willie is in the house. What do you think of his name? He's got a bull rider on there. Do you think you know him?
What is Kentucky say?
I don't know. What's his what do you think of Willie? He's a is he a bull rider?
know.
Or what do you do, Willie? I'm
That's
just
what he
curious.
is, a bull rider. Is he from Texas?
I don't know. Could be. You never know. Kentucky Tech. He's from Florida.
Oh yeah, I see that. Hey, Kentucky Tech, did you actually win the spelling bees in Kentucky for your school? I can see you're a great speller, especially the word tech. I love that. And I also want to see the new update of the model of the Hillbilly Power Probe. I haven't seen any updates on that.
Good Lord.
I don't know how to use. I do not know how to use the Instagram very well, so I don't know if you're sending me anything or not. So I just want to see if you made any adjustments to that.
Good job, Joshua. Yeah, you definitely need to check that over with them before you start going from there. Anything with a cat is what Brian says as far as a big truck goes for 35K. I think Brian's probably talking more of your semi tractor, if that makes sense. Duramax is rebranded as Zuzu. Absolutely 100%. Kentucky Tech saying hi. JC Smith saying hello. How are you, JC? Occupant saying what's up to Kentucky Tech. JC Smith went with a Lincoln.
Oh, he did? Well, good
Yes.
good choice. Great choice. When was it?
It was a 260. I'll show you the picture here. I think it was a 260 or something like that.
250 Ranger something I got.
No, this is a MIG welder. There. It's Kentucky Tech, probably.
Texas.
Sending you a picture. I'm sorry, it's a 260 power MIG. It's that one right there.
260 power MIG.
Okay.
Okay, that's a in shop one. I'm sorry, I thought it was a portable.
In-shop,
I thought it was a portable. So
Nope.
yeah, that's a MIG. That's a pretty good choice.
260.
Yeah, that's a good. That's the next one up from the one I used to use at that farm I worked at.
Yeah,
he had a 210, but that was a handy one too. Did that also have a stick option on it or not? Because some of them had that. You could go with a stick option as well as the MIG option too. I don't know if that one did or not. I'm not sure. The 210 does. You can go arc or MIG on that one.
Oh, AgTech 45.
AgTech 45. Awesome, dude. I appreciate your flag you sent me. A little disappointed in the coloring of it, but it was okay. I hung it up in the shop anyway, so I can look at it every day. I know I probably got it hung up. I'm probably purchase a Ford one to put a red alongside it, or maybe a New Holland. I'm not really sure, but something of great value.
Evening, JC. Hey, occupant. Let's see. JC likes the 6.2 Ford. Great engine for the F-250, 350. The 6.2 gasser. That's what that one would be.
Oh, is that the new one? The newest one?
It's a newer one. Hello, Tucky and Occupant. Oh man, look at how far behind we are in comments already. There's 30 people in the chat. Old Time Wilder, how you like your flag? I just sent it. Yep, we
I liked it. I liked it.
No, that was minutes ago.
Oh, I see.
I mean, we're talking right now, half bull rider, half trucker, 2/3 logger.
Ooh.
How does that math work, Willie? I'm not sure. These comments right here are from 5 minutes ago, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, Jamie O, hello, gentlemen. I apologize for being tardy. Don't apologize for being tardy. I'm just glad you're here. Country Mile Garage, good evening. How are you? For all you guys that were late, you missed the Mrs. Wrench. She actually started the show tonight, which her and the Old Time Welder, I come down and they're sitting here live as can be. That's for sure. Can't wait to watch that.
Hopefully next week. Did you use the broom handles, Mike? Is my question for that Hillbilly Power Probe.
Diabolical too.
Or did you use the fencer, the old electric fencer probe? That was my other question.
Jared Henderson. We have a 2013 F-250 work truck with 260K on it. 6.2 trans is just now starting to slip. That's actually pretty good. I mean, that sounds That sounds pretty good. You
Mhm.
might be looking at a 2013 F-250, huh? Someday with a
Maybe
6.2.
that. Yeah, I'm up to what do I have now?
6.2?
2003.
Yeah, you might be able to.
I got the old V10er, baby.
I think the V10 was a 6.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I
don't know, Gassers. Wayne, how are you? Hey, heavy with dad. John Howdy. Here we go. See the heavy wrench and old time Walder. I put that up there for you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Just for you.
It's the show.
Even Kentucky Tech. JC Smith, Diabolical. How are you? Hey, Ag Tech. Hey, Country. Howdy, Dave. Good evening. Chad Ortego, how are you? Nice to have you in the chat. Good evening. Hey, wrench in the bolts. No, this is MIG only with the ability to run a spool gun or push pull gun for aluminum.
Yeah. Okay.
That is going to be.
All right.
I think that's going to be pretty cool for you with all the truck work that you're doing.
Yeah.
With tanks, diamond plate, aluminum. If it's, you know what I mean. If he's building a diamond plate, something for a dash panel or something that he's got some projects coming up that are. I don't know. He bought 2 cabs off of Peterbilt. I'm trying to
have to see what he does.
I got to make sure that I'm a little available for his.
Does he have like live streams like this, or
sometimes he has like midday live streams where he talks about that stuff, and I try to catch them.
Does he have any pictures?
Fridays and stuff, But he just did a video on the 2 of them.
I'll have to check out a video of his.
You should.
Some projects.
The only thing is, it's going to get expensive for you.
Why?
Because he has got the ultimate Portamag.
Ooh,
it's a Milwaukee battery powered Portamag.
Oh, really?
It's a slugger.
Oh,
so it's got the annular cutter slugger.
Yes, some are awesome.
It is battery powered though.
Battery.
Yeah, it's battery, and he can do I don't know how many holes. He said it one time, but it would be. He's also got the 18. You know how you got your circular saw?
Yep.
The old Milwaukee corded one. He's got the M18 cordless version of that circular saw.
I bought that
for metal
when they first were promoting those saws back in the day. I bought that one. They went to a place. I was working at a school and maintenance. I went to the place and they were demoing that stupid saw. And when I bought it,
why do you call it stupid?
Because it has a stupid grid. Anyway, I got that. I went and the guy was cutting, taking 2 2-inch angles, 1/4-inch angles, stacking them together and sawing them like you would do a piece of plywood. And I seen that thing and I said, there ain't no way I'm leaving here without buying one. I just bought it. It was like, I think it was $280 with an extra blade or 2 blades. And I bought it right on the spot. I told the guy, just give it to me. I actually built a grain truck box with that. And I sawed every piece of 1/4-inch steel that was, actually the sheet was 20 foot long. And I ripped it like you ripped a piece of plywood with that saw all day long. Never hurt the thing. And I did have it touched up one time. I had the cord went the heck on me and I had to have it redone. And they just took and redid it for me. I turned it into Milwaukee and they redid it and brought it back like new. The only thing I didn't like about it, they actually put a fuse in it, a reset fuse in it. And I couldn't overextend her anymore. So I just didn't like that. So now I got to reset every so often. You got to reset the fuse.
A Ford flag.
That's right. A Ford flag would be great. Yep.
All right. I went on a New Holland the other day. A New Holland T9 390 the other day. It's an articulated 4-wheel drive, 390 horsepower tractor.
Ooh.
Was that? Yes, that was my wife at the beginning of the stream. Axfell. He does math like Kentucky spells tech. Oh, dang. It's funny, but not usual. That's funny, but not the usual that you relate for your own live stream. Well, some people got to keep me in line. Here we go. XFL. So Willie Rectum from the great state of Uranus. Phil, keep up with the comments. Thanks to the Old Time Walder Oversight Committee.
That's right.
That's right.
We're here, baby.
He's always Mr. Jones. What is good? Life is good. Right? We're sitting here with the Old Time Walder tonight. Any questions for the Old Time Walder? Just plop them in that comment box and we will get to them.
And we will handle them.
Because anything you guys want to ask or I know there's been people asking quite a bit. Hey, Bill. Hey, Mr. Jones. If I skip over, I do apologize on your comments there. I don't even know where we're at now because we just there it is right there. Magtech 45 saying hey to Bill. Diabolical. It sold me on one after watching JC use it. It sold him on one after watching JC. That was the cordless one.
I have the corded one. That's mine is.
We still have the corded one. And it's still, I don't know, how long ago did you buy that?
Oh my God. It was probably, I bet you it's 15, 18 years old. I don't know.
And the corded one, it's still going. I mean,
that's good. I use it a lot.
Yeah. Nate, hey folks, it's been a few months since I've had a chance to hang out. Well, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you
just
getting in here.
Do not use it on expanded metal heavy grading unless you really go slow and careful. You will eat teeth like crazy.
Sounds like you have a story to tell.
I had done it. I cut one time. I didn't even make the first cut with that baby. I blew the blade all to smithereens.
Oh, right here. Let's see what we got here. JC, I cut a 3/8 heat treated truck frame, 24 foot long, with one battery.
Holy cow!
One battery. Could you imagine with the portable business how much that would have been? How nice that would have been.
That would have been awesome
to be able to.
Yeah.
Think about that when we were doing all that work at the elevator.
Oh my God! Yeah.
If you'd have been able to carry that saw right up top,
yeah,
and cut a piece of angle to make it fit. Instead of doing the measure, put it up. Man, that would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jones, fantastic. I'm having a graduation party this year.
Mr. Jones.
Welcome. No, Joshua. Wrenching the bolts. Welcome, Nate and Anthony. Absolutely. I appreciate it, Anthony, for stopping in too. Let's see here. Hey, Anthony. Wrenching the bolts saying hi. Mr. Jones, great to hear. Congratulations. New bib fund.
Yeah, look at this, baby. Read this kind. Oh, keys. The only way, 2 pockets. I'll teach you something here. 2 pockets. Notice the phone carrier. Phone carrier and wallet. There you go. And the 1 pocket bib, no good. Liberties are not good for that.
He just got too much stuff, CP, apparently. Thanks for stopping in, CP. Yep. I appreciate the $10. I probably should just there. I'll do it right now. That way. Look at that.
What's up?
That's the $10. He said it's for the old time Openers new bid fund. See,
that's the first money I got out of him in quite some time.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
The old tightwad cutter loose. I'll probably have to frame that. I won't be able to use it for my bibs. I'll have to frame it.
Man, have the guy on. CP. Evening CP. Hey CP. Evening CP. How's it going? Waiting for the old time welder to do welding 101. Us noobs need some help. I don't know. He might be able to do a little. You want to do a little welding class on on a video?
All right. I might do that one of these days. Yeah. How to,
you know what I mean?
We'll get something in the shop.
Take the camera and go for it.
Yep. I might have a project or two coming up.
I might have a job for you coming up too. I think I got a blade ball install coming up.
There we go. That'd be a good one.
But it's not going to be MIG. It's going to be arc.
I know.
You got a 6011
and then start it with that, and then
keep filling out. It's got to be about
root it with.
I think it's 8.
Well, if you go on our machine, we do 6010 because of DC.
Okay, 6010. Sorry,
that's AC is 6011, by the way. Just so you know.
Do you see this stuff, JC? This is what we're talking about here, right? Like that's the stuff you need to know. Old time welder, any tips for improving my welding skills?
Just get your hands steady. That's the hardest thing. I'm having trouble with that right now. I'm having all kinds, but just keeping your hands steady and not. That's the hardest thing I do. Is my can't keep my hand up anymore like I used to. And that's the toughest thing to do. Is especially I'm always looking for a place to lean my arm or hold my hand with 2 hands. It's like pain in the butt. That and my eyesight. That's not good anymore.
How's that new welding helmet working out? Though?
And that's been really good. The auto shade. I never liked auto shades, and then he bought me one for I don't know birthday or Father's Day or something. And that is a phenomenal helmet. I don't even know what brand it is.
it's a 360 view though, because
It's got the side shields, so you can see through the sides and the front and everything. Because the first ones I had were like, I never liked them because they didn't do nothing.
they were the 2-inch, right?
Yeah, they were 2-inch.
2x4.
I had a 4x4 or whatever it was.
No, it wasn't
one,
a 4 by. It was a 4x4,
the
but it was a 2x.
Yeah, first one was a
2x4.
First one was a 2x4 lens. And then I had another guy let me borrow a 4x4. It was no good. This one he bought me is phenomenal. It's nice.
But those two from before were probably 20 years ago.
But they were supposed to be the leading edge and all that crap.
Yeah, they were
too,
supposed to be good.
But it was like this one here I got now is really good.
What about for Mr. Jones has probably got decent eyesight. What do you think about telling him about the gold lens?
Yeah, I did start out basically
what about the gold lens.
The gold lens was really good. That's what happened to me. If I first started doing it, when I first started welding, my separation line where the puddle and the slag separate, so you know you're welding really well. Well, I could never see that. But with the old yellow lens, well, then I went to my welding supply store, and the old guy was kind of laughing at me. He says, "Well, you're getting old," and he was like in his 70s, and he said, "You're getting old, you can't see, but try this gold-colored lens, and it turns it like an orange color, and you can really see the separation line really, really good when you're arc welding. It's really nice to use, and that worked for the longest time for me. And then I got that one auto shave one. I've been using that, but I still have my gold one laying around.
Yeah, I switched all mine to gold too. I bought them.
They work really good. They really work good.
If you buy the gold lens, you'll get the same. This is going to cost me a lot of money tonight. You see this?
I see that.
For the Mrs. Wrench being on.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus, Louises. You want me to bring her back?
We'll have to.
Maybe after the kids go to sleep, I'll have to bring her back and see what we can get. Appreciate that one, mechanic. All right, there's a question for both of you. If I really suck at welding, that is going to seriously hold me back. If I work on cats and cut, no.
What if you really suck it?
If he's not a good welder, is it going to seriously hold him back from working on cats and Kenworth? So you're going into construction, and I assume by cats you're talking about not just the engine in the Kenworth, but you're talking about the actual machines. You need to be able to produce a good weld. Okay, you have to be able to at least produce a good weld. Now, when you're putting those track links back together, you got to produce a good weld to get around that pin just to hold it in place. Now, you don't have to weld it all the way around if you get good penetration. Use the my biggest thing is figure out how much heat you need and pour the heat to it, right?
Yep, we got to do
the most heat that steel can handle is where you really kind of want to be on that stuff.
You got always get your heat temperatures right. That's the main thing. Is start out with I don't know what rod you guys use, but
probably a 70-18.
Yeah,
it's the most common.
But
right?
then you got to go with
because it's all position. 125. He's going to do some math.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if you go to that like a 1/8 rod, you always go by your decimal. It's like a decimal equivalent. 1/8 rod is always 125 amps on your set. It's your start. That is your starting point. Okay, always remember that. In the book, it tells you the same thing. If you're gonna go to the supply house, grab yourself a electrode book, flip open the book, and in the back of the front, I can't remember exactly where it was. It gives you starting points of an electrode. There's a mathematical way you do it. You divide the 1/8. And the 1 and the 8 would get. I think it goes by decimal equivalent. 1/8 is 125 decimals, and then like quarter inch is 250. So that'd be 200, right around 220 to 230 amps to do that. But that's how you figure it, and it helps you get a starting point. And it's mostly feel. And if you think you suck at welding, just get a piece of plate. Set your heat temperatures, try different settings, and just run multiple beads. Go slow, run multiple beads. Watch your puddle. When your puddle creates a separation line from the flux and the hot metal, then you start to do your travel. And the speed of travel, keeping that line as tight as you can. As long as that line is tight, your bead's going to look exactly like that tight line at the end. That's I can tell you. That's how you do it.
So apparently we're getting Welding Class 101 right tonight. Jeez Louise. See what happens when you put him on camera? He just goes crazy. Do you think I can cut 5/8 plate with a circular metal saw blade? Oh, 5/8.
I cut some like I cut 1 inch round. I cut 1 inch round stock. I cut 1 inch round stock with mine.
I mean, the biggest thing is
you got to go slow.
I think the battery powered one, you're going to take a long time. If JC's doing 3/8 for a 24-foot on one battery, that if you go up to 5/8, okay, so you're a 1/4 inch more. You're talking about you'll probably it's all in speed. It's all in speed and keeping your blade speed up. And I think you cut as thick a steel as slow as you want to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to take a long time to cut.
I don't know if you'll be efficient
because you can't go fast with it because you will burn them up. You will knock them blades right off. Them carbide tips right off.
It shouldn't. The only time I welders on a trailer, Liberty have 3 pockets.
I always have the ones that RTSC only has that one zip pocket. Mine only have one zipper pocket.
Apparently, you guys are going to have to become Instagram friends
and
start
see your
chatting
bibs.
about bibs because
I got to see your bibs.
This is
maybe they've changed them.
I think X fell thick.
Because I cut with a Milwaukee
half
inch
inch
steel. Yeah, I would say that would probably be the max I would go with you too. But
I mean,
I did do, like I said, 1 inch round stock.
Yeah. Phil just lost $3 on that deal. Yeah, because YouTube takes some of that money. So me handing him the 10 was a bad idea. Well, that's okay. Had a phone call. No worries, no worries. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Wayne, I could certainly use Welding 101 for newbies. Maybe there's some things we can get out there.
Yeah,
we'll try to do it. Machine setup, technique, rod choice, and why will be appreciated. So, like how to set your machine, and I think you could do one for arc, you could do one for MIG, and especially with like for JC going MIG, he's gonna have to decide if he's gonna go.
What's he?
35, 25. No, he's mostly framework. He's gonna be.
So you'll be like, 8th and above.
He's probably 1/4 and above.
Okay, so
to tell you the truth, so he's probably 35. He could probably go 45, but it wouldn't be as versatile, right?
I would do 30. 35 would be versatile all the way around. If
he's doing this 1 inch plate,
the best way of doing it is what I can tell you is an old trick I learned even when I was in school. When you take a MIG gun and you start your bead, if it sounds like eggs frying, that real smooth sound, that is what you want to hear. You can shut your eyes if you can hear that sound, and that bead will look perfect. If you have that sound I call it like frying eggs. That might be a bad terminology, but it's like a bacon frying sound. That's what it sounds like in your ears. And you can actually shut your eyes if you can hear that noise on your piece of plate when you're going across there. Look at your bead, it'll be perfect. I guarantee you that much because I've done it several times. And
if you close your eyes, it probably won't be in the right place. But it'll look perfect.
But if you took a flat plate and just made a bead,
do you guys understand why these conversations always end up at food? I don't know why. He just brought up bacon and eggs. He wants breakfast now already. But no, we'll work on that, JC. Maybe we'll be able to do something and go for there. Tired. Put a 6.0 engine in today. It was a rough day. I'm tired. Man, that's not a good day. Old time welder. Do you TIG weld? Do any aluminum?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I did a fuel tank a while back, and I did some toolboxes for a guy.
Stick hands, okay. Oh, them toolboxes that you welded up.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom. I think you did the bottom, or no, you did the upper structure on it. Still holding up. The lower blew out. Just the other day, he told me that. He's like, "This is the one your dad just fixed," and I'm like, "Well, what happened? Did it break?" And he's like, "No, his stuff's all good to go. It's the stuff below it that crushed out." Them aluminum boxes, they're a excavating company that they use it for like their tool truck, and it's aluminum box with two flip up doors, and then it's got drawers underneath of it. And the drawers, where the part that holds the drawers up from the cabinets, it just cracked and broke down. It's It's
cheesy.
It was laying in their shop the other day. They had it right off. So you might be getting that one back to do some more reinforcements. You should just make him a new one.
Yeah, I should.
Buy a plate.
Keep the hand steady. That's
what the whiskey's for.
Yeah.
He might be a welder.
Oh,
You never know.
Could be.
Jim.
Yeah.
6.0 gas or diesel? That's a good question. I assume diesel. I learned with the stick with 70-14.
That's that used to be called when I was first started out, that was called a production rod. That was the original MIG gun when you arc welded right there. 74 and 70-24 was actually the first that was called like a production rod. Anything that had to do just putting something together. Like they built a lot of electrical cabinets that were 10 foot long, and you use 70-14 and 70-24 all day long. And that because you didn't have MIG gun. They weren't even out yet, really. They were just being tried.
This is John. This is John Diabolical. He's been on the channel for a while. But
new on the channel.
New on the channel. I'm always finding a way to prop one hand to guide the other. Absolutely.
Yeah, but they have to. It's ridiculous. You're hitting my hand wavers like the American flag in the wind.
I love my Miller welding helmet. It's got a big window. Some of those Millers do have a really nice window in them. I knew one of the guys at the shop had a nice Miller auto shade, and it was the true 4x4 or 4x6. What's that bigger? Whatever the bigger lenses are. But it was true. You could see the hole in front of your face. It was nice. I'm not one of those pipeline guys that can just have a little half shade and little viewing window that can weld. I'm not like that. I got to see what's going on. Everybody's saying hi. Gold lens. Yeah, gold lens. Check it out.
Yep, check my work. Yep, that's what it's called.
I don't think the price is that much difference.
No, there's very little of it. I mean, it's worth it though.
Someone is going to go get a hold of that saw and an ATM one day. I wondered. I'll go that saw would do some damage for sure. How's it going, my man? Hey, Ag Tech. I started welding with the gold lens. They are awesome. Yeah, Ag Tech. Yeah, they are.
You must have listened to me then. I must have told you about
it. Joe Romano. Anyone try the new McDonald's chicken sandwich? No, I haven't. I'm. The worst part is I don't really go there that much anymore. If I do, it's for the boys.
Interesting.
Yeah, the gold lens. If
it's good.
we should do an Amazon affiliate or something for the gold lens because we might just sell a bunch of them.
Yeah,
45 maybe. I don't know, something like that. Gold lenses are the best. That's what I've always used. Twisted shifter. Yeah, I mean,
I haven't. I just found out years ago, but I found out.
Nate Swindle, you're not a good welder yet. Yet is a good word. Oh my gosh, look at how far behind we are on the comments here. I've got a structural welding certification test coming up later this year, so thanks for the input, old time welder. The Power Make 260 is an auto set with very little available adjustment for power plus or minus. So apparently it's an auto set. So it must must read the amperage.
You must set your thickness and your wire speed, and then or maybe your thickness. How do you set that up?
Listen, look at this. I can cut a 5/8 hitch plate, 34 inches wide, 20 inches tall with my Milwaukee. It has to be done slow. Heat is the devil on carbide teeth. Yep. There we go. So I guess 5/8 is achievable. Xfel. I plan to use corded and take all day to cut the plate. Perfect.
Yep.
Good evening, Black Smoke. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I see you have the boss with you tonight. Good evening, old time welder. The boss. Yeah. He is. I don't have any employees at my company, but I have a foreman. I don't know how that works, but I'm glad I could help, Mr. Jones. I heard it's best to start learning about arc before MIG. It is
for control, but it does a good job. It teaches you how to teaches about the puddle. That's what arc welding teaches the most about. is the puddle and the to slow down and make sure you follow your line. There's a line with MIG guns too, and there's a line with every type of welding, but that arc welding definitely teaches you because there's a separation between the slag and the molten metal, and that's what makes you a tight bead or a crappy bead or a sloppy bead. That line is key.
Hey, Black Smoke. What's up, fellas? Bacon. Yum. See, we're back at the bacon comments. This is from 9:34. It's 9:40. We're getting.
We got to roll.
I know. Tech, how are you? It's hard to get through these comments when you start to relate everything. Well-rounded technicians always relate everything to food. You ain't lying.
Yep.
Well-rounded
in
the midsection.
Round is a shape.
One mechanic, how's everything? How was your fajitas? Joey Morrison, how are you? Country love the Helena t-shirt. Oh yeah, look at this. Helena, Dairyland. He's like super sponsoring it up tonight, apparently. All his free farming, free farming supplies. Yeah, you gotta it's all good. Hey, Heavy, did you check out that tools? Oh, yes, I did. I haven't had a chance to really check it out yet, but that's pretty sweet stuff. I might end up sharing that somewhere, figuring out how to share that information. Henderson Equipment, how are you? What's up? Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Do you have a channel? I need to check that out. Let's check that out right now. We gotta go on YouTube here. And we got to look up. I just Henderson. I think I'm subscribed to you. Henderson Equipment. It's the same. I am subscribed to you. Good deal. Already subscribed. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Black Smoke, doing good. A little busy up here now, but talking a snowstorm tomorrow. Oh, good Lord. Salvatore, what's going on, brother? How is things with you going? Hi, Joey. John. Won't beat experience. Yep. It won't beat experience. That's true, John. Experience of welding is definitely it. Luke, tips for starting up your own repair business. Well, I will hit me up on Instagram, Luke, and I'd love to chat with you. I just did it myself in October, and it's going well. I'll tell you that. There's some things. The insurance is a big thing. Getting yourself established in the community is a big thing. Making sure you have a lot of the knowledge and stuff. It is what it is. So definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, I would say once you have the knowledge and experience, like I feel like if I would have done this 10 years ago, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at today. If that makes any sense to you. I think there's a right time in your life to go out on your own when you have the base knowledge and experience of things, of the way things work. And as fast as equipment changes and trucks change and stuff like that, it is what it is. So, oh, no problem, Joey. No problem. But definitely hit me up or whatever, and we'll go from there. Hey, Salvatore, JC, I use 035 most times. The new welder will do 035 and larger, so it won't go below 035. So he has a chance to go 045. I think on those 5/8 and 3/4 hitch plates,
that's right.
You could go 045 because then you could crank up. You could keep your wire speed down and have as much filler metal with the amperage, right? Like, because that's really the goal you're trying to have is you need to fill and put the heat to it,
right?
And 035 won't take the heat like 045 will, right? Because when your amperage comes up,
but it depends upon your machine too. I know your machine says it'll take it, but what's the duty cycle on it? You know, that has a lot that plays into it. Because pretty soon them things get hot, the guns get hot, and they begin to work slower. They don't work as well. So you might be better off to drop it to 35 to maintain it
to run your speed
to run
faster.
to keep the heat up without mess up your machine,
because
to keep it steady, to keep your heat steady.
In all reality, your 035 at X number of feet per minute is the same as 045 at a little less feet per minute. So it really depends on if you're really burning though, if you're really hammering down some heavy plate to get that penetration.
Oh yeah, you'd want to.
The 45 transfers more amperage though.
I do that in the beginning, right off the bat. I do that the first few passes, a root pass, and the first couple of stringers there. I'd put them in there with that.
But if you're doing 3/8 plate, you might as well stick with a 35.
Right.
But you could use 45 on a 3/8 plate.
You could, but
right, it'd be just a little over. It'd be a
little
overkill.
Yeah. But who wants to change the spool all the time? You know, that's the biggest thing. You don't want to be late. I'm just lazy. I don't want to change it all the time.
I love my Miller Auto Shade helmet. It's definitely worth the money.
I can believe it.
One mechanic, how's that 1/4-inch ratchet working out? Black smoke. 70 degree here. Yeah, it just started raining here tonight. Bus jockey, how are you doing? Yes, this is my dad, old time welder for sure. We hit 4,000 subscribers, which is really a cool milestone, I think.
Yeah,
I mean that's pretty awesome, you know. Like I feel, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of a compliment, you know, to get 4,000 people to say, hey.
It's a good community. I enjoy it. I just watch it every weekend, so I like doing it. It's good. It's good. A lot of good stuff on here.
Brakes and tires. I'm sorry, one mechanic. You've been busting your butt. Black smoke. What state you in? New York. I use flux core MIG right now, and everything looks like blah blah, but holds good. Thinking of making it DC for less spatter. Just bought a TIG, but I haven't got gas for it yet. Any TIG advice?
What do you welding with TIG?
TIG is finicky, right?
Yeah,
it's like a per application type of deal, right? Like, I don't know if I would feel comfortable. Like, I guess TIG and like gas metal, or if you use your torch to weld, right, is a similar type of deal because you're adding the filler yourself.
Yeah, and filler.
And controlling that heat is going to be your biggest thing, right? And keeping your
when I was in school, our instructor always said, "You can drive a car, you can TIG weld." So it's just a matter of your foot and your hand and your your filler wire hand and your steadiness for your torch hand, and that's pretty much the game of that.
And you want to go straight.
Yep, and
it's straight argon, right?
Use argon for aluminum, and you use your 75-25 for your steels, and see argon. I use argon most of the time, but what the heck is it? Helium that's really expensive though. You only use that when you got a really finicky job. Use helium for aluminum too.
What do you use for stainless?
I think it's 75-25.
Is it? I don't know.
I haven't done much stainless with my TIG. I don't know. I haven't played with that. Been a while.
What's up, Jim? How are you? David McCord. I do my best welding in the morning. DTs kick in around noon, and my work gets a bit abstract. Mechanic, what's up? Oh boy, here we go.
Kentucky
Tech to help cover the transaction fees so on-time welder can keep his $10. Thanks, Kentucky Tech. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. None of you guys had to do that stuff. I appreciate it though. You set the material thickness and it sets the amperage and wire speed.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty slick.
Oh, so you're gonna fudge the thickness to try to get the heat. I weld.
So that's what you do. You fudge it. You have to do your thickness of your metal determines your heat
and its wire speed
and your wire speed. So,
do you have to tell it what thickness, what wire you're using?
I think it's just you set the material thickness. It sets the amperage and the wire speed. I'm learning to fudge the thickness to get the desired heat. I weld better.
I weld hotter than the machine wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always like on any dial of a MIG, I always set like what is it? Wire speed is ABCD or no heat is ABCD on the one Lincoln that we got.
Yes, on that.
And and then I think the heat is there, and then the
Wire
heat,
speed.
wire speed's a number 1 through 10.
Yep.
So what I always do is I set the dials where, like, if this dial's here, the heat dial's always like 1 more than the wire speed, at least. Like, I leave that offset so it's always a little hotter than what the wire speed is. And I think they have it set up where it's supposed to be like matched.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
There's a
where
number.
you put it at, like, let's say it's at the 2 o'clock position. You put your wire speed at the 2 o'clock position, and
like,
then you're supposed to
like
be
J
okay.
and J and 7.
Yeah,
or
whatever
it is.
It's something like that.
I just turn the heat up as high as I can go. I just play with the wire speed until I get that my egg and bacon sound. Then I'm done. I don't even read the numbers anymore.
What's the best weld, MIG or arc? Depends your situation. If it's windy outside,
Oh,
you're gonna go arc, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if you're outside in the middle of nowhere, it's definitely arc. And
I mean,
controlled
preferably, for being lazy, I like to MIG as much as I can. But if I'm actually doing something that I'm like he's talking about this,
like a blade ball,
like a blade ball or something like that, or a hitch on a truck or something like that, I like to use the arc if I can, because it just does. I can get in better. And most of the time you're in crappy positions, like on them kind of things, and you get like a 70-18, you can go all positions in that rod really well without making a mess of your weld.
and your tensile strength is
Tensile says 70,000. Just like, but the tensile strength on the wire is the same. The MIG wire is 70,000 tensile strength.
Is it?
Yeah. You know, the first 2 numbers if you have an electrode, the first 2 numbers is the tensile strength. The next number is the position, and the last number is the flux that's on the rod. That's how you go by the.
Is it a flux on the rod, or does that mean AC or
on
DC?
Well, it both. Actually, the position will give you the polarity and like the AC or DC, because like 6011 and 6010, 6011 is AC, so last digit determines the AC/DC. Yeah,
Because 70-18,
and it also does the flux core, because like the 7014, like you're talking about 7014, is iron powder. That's iron powder flux. 7024 is iron powder flux. 7018 is a low hydrogen rod, which is I can't remember what that flux coating is on there, but
you're breaking into some serious. So really, John, it depends on your application.
right.
In all reality, the weld is only going to be as good as you make it.
Right.
And
But
that's really.
But learn your
But if you're
positions.
in the wind, you can't be in the wind for MIG.
No,
You'll end up with
no.
spatter and
porosity, crazy.
and it's just not going to be good.
It'll be garbage.
It's definitely
You'll be grinding that weld bag out.
Yeah. Don't be a grinder, be a welder.
Yep, that's it.
Grind first,
Yes.
weld second.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
There you go.
There it is.
JC Smith, your welder is probably calibrated in the desert. Join the live stream. How are you? Can you believe we've already been on here for an hour?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing dishes right now. Awesome. We are like way behind here. All right, I will expel or whatever. Don, how are you? Nice to see you. Will JC the Millimatic 255 has those. So it's in learning about using thickness adjustment. Does yours have the pulse? Black Smoke, do you know what they're building off Millbeck Road? 3/8, yes. Will, it does. I have not used it yet. Bus jockey. Oh, let's see here. Salvatore, I've came to the decision, and I think I'm heading out to the railroad, man. Wish me luck. How do you? I think the railroad industry is here to stay. I think with the amount of cargo the railroad can pull, with the amount of fuel it takes to pull it, is probably one of the most efficient ways of hauling heavy material. You still need your trucks for distribution from that point, but I think rail may make a comeback and be used a little bit more often for large commodities. I think so. But if the fuel prices keep going up, I think rail is going to be your next thing. So I don't think you're making a bad move, Salvatore, personally. And my opinion is not worth much, but I do wish you the best. XFL super sticker, $1.99. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, XFL. Backwards mechanic just saying hi to everybody. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Everybody's saying hi. I do not. How are you? What's up, buddy? Let's see here. Good choice. Real around forever. Yeah, there you go. He apparently does that. What is the most common rods using for stick? I'd say 70-18,
60-13, 60-11, 60-10.
60-10 and 60-11 are kind of
they're the same thing, but there's
a root.
One's AC, one's DC.
A root, right?
Yeah, they're for root pass. That's a root pass. They're digging rods. They dig right into your. They penetrate.
They are. You're not going to get
pipe
that.
welders use that as a root pass all the time. That's the main thing with pipe welders.
But 60-13 is a good all-purpose rod.
That's a good all-purpose.
70-18 is a good all-purpose rod around anywhere.
That can do a lot of different materials. It takes a little bit to get used to it, but
hard-facing rod is a little different.
Hard-facing rods is totally different. It's a whole different ball game.
You're just laying beads on top, so
you're just trying to make sure you're not wearing out your parent metal.
What's up, man? That your dad? Yes, it is. This is my dad, old-time welder. Dallas, howdy. How are you doing? Great to see you. I don't think it's going to stay diesel. Diesel power generators, that's for sure. 5/8 plate to 3/8 truck frame. 035 seems to do just fine. Yeah. That's all that really matters, right? Yep. This is from 947. It's 956. So
there you
go. Stay here in the railroads. Yeah, Wayne, I agree. Salvatore probably never really power the wheels. Old locks, the more efficient diesels. Yep. Old time welder, judging how many folks don't know how to drive. That's security. It says judging by how many folks don't know how to drive. That's job security if you can TIG. John, what gas do you use? I think we covered that on there already. 48 in the chat, 32 likes. Smash that like button. My coffee's empty, Darian. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I got to catch up on some of your videos too, Darian. I haven't had time. I like to, yep, everybody.
Me too. Yeah.
Let it burn in,
Let her eat.
right?
Let it eat.
Let it burn in. What's up, T? The trick to all welders don't tell you about is turning the dials to 11. When all is good. I got the Yes welder that does TIG, ARC, and MIG. Cheap welder, but I wanted to learn to TIG and ARC. Once I do, I'm going to give it away to one of my viewers. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, JC. That's awesome.
If you're talking about TIG welding though, there's an air-cooled torch and a water-cooled torch. If you ever have an opportunity and you can do it, go to water-cooled. I have air-cooled. And I don't care what you do, that torch gets hot, man. If you have a water cool, it stays so much cooler and so much nicer. You know, I learned back in the day on the water cool at this college I went to, and man, they were so nice. And in shops I worked at, they had the water cooled, but I personally got air cooled because of course they're a lot cheaper. It cost you, when I was buying my welder, that was quite a few years ago. That was at least 40 years ago. And it was like almost $800 to $1,000 to put water on mine. So obviously I didn't do that, you know, so that's why I didn't.
XFL says he's a grinder. Seems that most welders I talk to arc for the thick metals, but couldn't really explain why. Like arc for the thick materials, but couldn't explain why. I think it's just because it's stacking the passes.
Yes.
It
does. They do a tighter job. When you're stacking like that, when you're V'ing out something and you start filling up that V, you're laying several stringers, they just tie in tighter. You can always, with the arc welder, you can just tie that last bead to the one you're running now in so much better, and it holds so much better. Like when they do a bend test on them, you do a bend test on a piece of MIG, on a MIG stacked weld or a arc stack weld, you'll see a big difference. The MIGs will give away a lot of times where like the arcs don't. They grab on, they won't break.
Stick outside, MIG on new steel.
Yeah,
new steel on MIG is
it's
the bomb.
Yeah.
Darren, you already know. Ag Tech 45, Kentucky Tech, you already know. Tarek, old time OTM. Cleanliness is next to godliness, says your toolboxes. Perfect organization. I'm jealous.
Should be.
That's awesome. Thanks for the $5, Tarek. I appreciate that. I'm using the 1,000 amp welder with huge rods. I haven't seen that.
Oh, I've seen them like that. I actually we had a shop that had like was a 5/16 rod with the flux, and it was probably almost an inch in diameter. And some bumpy would smoke, man. That sucker would blow some smoke.
AC. That's good, Darian. Will, JC Smith, it's unreal. Had the Miller rep out and set up using 90-10 gas. The pulse function rips. Makes me look like I'm a pro running 045 fixing buckets.
Cool.
Buckets are heavy.
Yeah.
You know, bucket steel is heavy. Plus, I think the bucket steel is a little different.
It's a little different
type
harder,
of metal.
probably
it's got
higher
like
carbon.
It's higher carbon, I think.
I think
so
it is. I'm not
that
sure.
definitely does. Projects built for the Green Giant.
Cutting edges are definitely higher carbon.
Yeah. Gross. Well, I'm learning about spray transfer right
Never
now.
done much of that.
Doesn't Railroad have good retirement plans? I would think
They
so.
used to.
I mean, they used to have great ones. I want to learn about the pulse. I hear it speeds up the welds as well. Need to hear the sound it makes. Self-reliance, yes, then they are exempt from paying into Social Security. Huh, that's kind of crazy. I want a TIG. Looked at water-cooled units. They can be almost double the price for a water-cooled unit.
So I haven't checked in a long, long time.
Double the price.
I know I could add one to mine.
Not yet. I'm real close. Real close. I had it. I had it running.
Yeah, you
Put it
did.
that way. I had it running, but I'm not buttoned up yet. Put it that way. We're not buttoned up. We're still closer. But it fired the other day, so fired up. JC's, yes, much faster, and penetration is awesome. Yes, you know, once you stop paying into Social Security, but when you retire, you can claim both Social Security but still something. I rarely weld everywhere new old rusty ground repurposing to save the pennies. He's in like Southwest Ohio.
Okay.
Is where he's from, so he's got a lot of similar type of rust
Crap
that we
like we
deal
do.
with. Yeah.
I mostly do repair. I've always been a repair guy.
There's similar metals.
That's a bear.
That's a really tough one.
Yeah, it is.
Because dissimilar thickness or
dissimilars mean
like,
I mean thickness or
thickness, or you meaning like types of metal, because you get
dissimilar thicknesses. That the trick to dissimilar thicknesses is always heat on your thicker piece and let your puddle roll down to the thinner piece.
Or roll into it,
and it will actually start penetrate. That one will penetrate faster, obviously. So you just roll your hot one, your thick one down to your thin one, and go. Especially when you're doing MIG. New prize at risk, people. Amen. Yeah, takes skill to do the old stuff.
For railroad, you were supposed to take heavy equipment, schooling, or diesel. I don't know, Salvatore. I've heard they offer training as well. I know a guy that did work for the railroad, and now he works at a Caterpillar dealership. But I don't think he went to school for it. Diesel, if anything. Old time welder. Did you have a welding job? I know you said you did maintenance, but you had to work as a welder.
Yeah, I worked.
Hold up. How many welding jobs did you have?
I had a lot of welding jobs. I used to, when I first started out my career in welding, I would, put it this way. I had 12 welding jobs in 1 year. I just kept bouncing. As my father used to tell me years ago, where you're working this week. And I'd tell them the same place till they pissed me off. And so I would work.
That was back in the 70s.
Yeah, it's back in the 70s. I could get a job. I could walk out the door and get a job, and before I went up the road a mile. But I worked at a lot of places where I did a lot of like I built electrical cabinets for a company that was for shops, a big 10-foot, they're 20-foot long. Some of them were, you bolt them all together. And they worked for a place that did, oh God, what else did I do? Oh, I built machine guards, for a company. And then I went to a place where I sold steel, and I worked and repaired stuff at there. That was probably one of the lowest paying jobs I had, but one of the best jobs I ever had. Everybody brought their broken farm machinery in, and I repaired everything. I mean, I never turned nothing down. I repaired. That's where I got most of my experience. And then that place kind of folded, and I needed some job security. So through that place, I started my own business on the side, working. And I did that I've been welding since 1976. I started welding, and still doing it today. But I worked at a school because they had a really good health insurance. They didn't pay a lot of money, but I worked afternoons and I worked all day long. And during the day, I worked for my own welding business doing side work. And then I got a job as a director of buildings and grounds. So and they had a really good retirement. That's the other reason. But I kept working and welding every day. I do it every day, fixing stuff. Somebody always had something they fix. They drop something off from my barn, I'd fix it, and still do it today. But
yeah. Occupant.
I never seen them. That would be
water cooled MIG guns.
That would be awesome. I never knew they even had them. Wow. That would be really cool.
I need some stainless steel MIG soon. It should be yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I just have to.
Stainless is totally different though. The properties and the heat that you have to use is going to be crazy. Do they have a stainless setting on your on that welder?
It's got to be the same.
It's got to be a setting on there. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool.
It's got to be the same thickness. I'm sure it's thickness wise. I know, like in the restaurant, people that do a lot of stainless steel work, the restaurant stuff. There's a guy up north of town of Armada here that we have. He does all restaurant equipment. It's all stainless and it's all TIG. He does everything with TIG and everything with is stainless. But he builds like sinks and grills and all kinds of stuff for the restaurant industry.
JC Smith, I don't have a job because my wife says I don't play well with others. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Or maybe JC is just a little too honest for other people to take.
That's true.
I don't know. I mean, he's pretty straightforward guy. If you don't like what he's saying, you're pretty much just gonna have to deal with it. I don't know what that's like. Ever in my life.
Well,
better keep them comments coming. Yeah,
catching up.
What's the 4,000? Yeah, right, XFL. I'm making all them pesos on here for sure. Oh, second that. Yeah, where's the shill wrench tonight? He should be commenting on that. Yeah, Feronius makes them crazy expensive, German made. So that's that company I was going to tell you about that makes the welders.
Oh yeah.
You should write that down. Here's a notebook right here. You don't have a pencil? We'll have to find you one. So that way you can Google that up and see what these high end welders are.
Yeah, I heard you were telling me about that.
Occupant is saying
what is it called?
Puts that
Feronius. I'm about to read this.
Feronius. Oh, he's got to find a sharp pencil.
Might be a crayon.
Don't worry, we're not going to catch the comments. 49
Nius. IUS. Okay, I got it now.
All right, he's going to check them out. And get back to you. Water-cooled MIG welders are big in Europe.
Really?
Robert Grice. Oh my gosh,
that's Greasy. Greasy, how you doing, buddy?
How are you, Greasy? It's great to see you.
Man, I've seen you forever.
It's great. Yeah, I can't believe you're on here. That's awesome. Like guy that's working on stuff. Non-ferrous
TIG. That's cool.
I bet you he makes some beautiful stuff.
I bet you he does.
If all he does is non-ferrous
it's
TIG, I bet you it's
that's pretty.
Yeah. You should occupant. You should get on the old Instagram and start sending some pictures to the old time welder. I'm sure he'd be.
I'll have to see if
I
thought I'd seen his name on my. I don't know how to operate this.
Oh wait,
Instagram.
hey,
What?
Kentucky Tech just remembered he forgot to activate the anti-theft device on his truck.
Oh yeah.
What kind of anti-theft device do you think he's talking about?
I don't know.
Pipeline welders up here only allowed to TIG.
Ooh.
Whoa, it's a TIG. Stick is strictly for structural. 24 hot passes.
How the hell do they do that in the field? They must have those tents. That's what those tents must be.
Must be. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the shilliest shill. He said free. Somebody said free, and he's on here. The shilliest shill.
Let's see.
He give away free stuff. I don't
Oh.
even know. Nick Hildebrittle, how are you? Fellow Michigander right there. Throw that out there.
I thought I seen it.
Kentucky Tech, what features? Kentucky Tech, what features of are those?
What features of those?
Hey Nick. Oh, what is your anti-theft device, Kentucky Tech?
Yeah,
I'm
what is it?
curious on that. All those pockets in those bibs, no pencil, shameful.
I know.
Well, he's all cleaned up for the
I'm
night.
all cleaned up for the night. I haven't had time.
This is not the normal stocked pockets of the old time welder.
Yeah. I didn't have my work bibs on. They're hanging on the hook.
Had a bad day. Broke a 5-speed transmission trap door. Oh, that's not good. Walter Frederick. Dad has a friend. I believe Walter's from Michigan as well. Friend that TIG welded aluminum. His welds are stronger than the material.
Yep.
Does it right too. Make sure the surfaces are very clean before welding it up. That's aluminum is the toughest, right?
It is.
And like on those fuel tanks. Oh man,
they're nasty
because it's almost porous, right? Aluminum's porous.
Yeah.
So you get the fuel into that aluminum, and it's not nice. You can't make it pretty.
No,
you just can't make it pretty. You can, but it's so tough to get that out of there.
We get one guy repairing a hole in them.
Different types of metal. Which rods would you use, John? We need to clarify different types or thicknesses. Like, are you talking like going from like stainless to regular steel?
If you're using cast iron, or
are you talking cast iron to regular steel, mild steel, high carbon to mild steel,
right.
Or
that's no.
What are we? I mean, there's a lot of variables there, John. But like an all-purpose rod, 7018, 6013 is a good variety of things. Not cast.
Right.
You can't use it on cast. You can't use it on. I don't think you can 7018
unless you can use it on cast in one area. If you take a piece of household copper wire, wrap it all the way around your welding rod, all the way up it, so you have about 1/8 inch gap between them, and you start welding that 7018, and that copper wire melts into your 7018, and it makes that cast iron pliable, so it doesn't crack. That's what that does. That's what if you use 7018 on cast, you wrap a household wire around it and begin your welding, and you weld that crack forward. You will not break that. It will make that, and the copper mixes with that wire, with that steel, and grabs to that cast and holds it. Won't crack.
Cast metal is always fun to deal with. Those are the questions. Occupant. My certs are all food, pharma, dairy, and nuke. That's what his certifications are all in. That's pretty awesome. Not his normal gear. That's not his everyday carry stuff. Stephen Doolittle, how are you? Nice to see you. Hey, Stephen. Nick, Illinois. Most challenging job this week was that second to dealing with the old time welder all week. I would say the most challenging job ended up being the easiest job. I think, this week. I had that T9 390. I think it was a 390. New Holland tractor that guy called me on. It wouldn't move. So I downloaded the book, did some reading, and he said he just replaced the batteries on it, which was kind of odd to me, but whatever. But the messages that it was given, there was like 5 controllers that were offline. And he sent me a video of it. I'm like, man, this I just downloaded the book. Bought the book off this manuals page that I found that works pretty well. And you have to PDF page by page it. But I spent an hour or so reading through the book and trying to figure out what communications worked with what. And I came across this tractor control unit that seemed like, and what I read, it was like the center hub of all the controllers, right? And like PTO was offline, 3-point hitch was offline, trans was offline. What else? The remotes, the hydraulic function remotes were offline. And there was one other one that was offline. And I'm like, well, it must go through this tractor control unit, you know? So I went out to the farm, and of course the tractor was the last one parked for the year. They did some deep tilling with it, backed it in the barn at the end of the year, and that's the one they have to get out to get everything else out of the barn to start, right? So that being said, I went out there and looked at the fuse, and I found the tractor control unit fuse, and I was like, well, we're going to start here. And to tell you the truth, the only tools that I had out and used was a pair of needle nose pliers, because the fuse was a mini fuse, and I couldn't get my fat fingers in there to pull it out. So I had to get a pair of those, found a blown fuse, put it in, and we were on our way. So as far as taking on the job, that was the most challenging, I thought, because I had 5 controllers that weren't communicating. I don't have any software to talk to the tractor, just see what I can see, and I just kind of went for it and tried to use the keep it simple method and go from there. So hey occupant, hey Nick, hello Steven. Does his bib have one strap twisted so it doesn't vibrate when running super fast?
That's it.
Apparently that's the one that's got to be twisted. Well, it's twisted at the top here.
Oh, here we go.
It's just twisted down at the bottom.
There you go. We're all straight now.
It's the anti-vibration.
Anti-vibration.
There you go. He doesn't run super fast around the shop either, though, XFL. There's not much super fast. It's the world's best stream. It's impossible to steer the vehicle after activated. That's his security system for his vehicle. It's the world's best security system. It's impossible to steer the vehicle after it's activated. What do you think he did?
A little locking wheelbarrow.
I don't think so. I think he took a trick out of your book.
What
was your anti-theft device? What was the best anti-theft device you ever had for a trailer or a truck or anything?
Oh, leave the keys in?
No. Thanks for the cast tip, old time welder. Hopefully I can try that one day. Be careful with that one. But if you're welding cast, you're already in the scrap pile anyway.
That's right.
Right? I mean, you're trying to save it from the scrap pile.
What do you
got nothing to lose at that point, right?
You guys got to spend the money to buy a new one anyway, so you might as well give her hell and give her a try.
Nice hats, gentlemen. We appreciate that. Never heard of wrapping copper weld with a cast. So learned that today.
That was
He's got some hidden knowledge behind all this overgrowth and beard and stuff like that.
When I was growing up, there was a guy across the street from me that was a welder, and all he did was weld and drink. So my dad was an electrician, and I'll tell you this story so you get a kick out of this one. My dad, and I was always the guy that went in the job. My dad, he has his own business, and he went out and he would take and I always had to do all the crawling underneath all the buildings and to pull all the wire, get all the muddy crap. So my dad always wanted to know what we were going to do when we got in 9th grade. I had to tell my dad what I was going to be when I got out of high school. Now, of course, I didn't know. So I told my dad, being the nice guy I was, I said, I can tell you, Dad, I know what I don't want to be. I don't want to be a dang electrician. So then I got down went to college. I told him, come home one day. I finally figured out what I want to be. I want to be a welder. He says, all welders are drunks. You'll never be nothing more than a drunk. I said, well, I probably won't do that, but because the guy across the street was one. He drank really heavy. Basically, when they moved out of his house, they hauled the beer cans from his place with semi-trucks. And I kid you not, they filled them up with, they used this front end loader and a tractor trailer, and they filled up the truck with beer cans. That's how much beer the guy drank. So anyway, he showed me that trick. He says, if you ever want to fix something that's cast, this is what you do. You wrap that wire around. And I went home and tried it, and I played with that for a while. It takes a little bit to get used to. You got to try it for a little bit, and then you get used to it, and you'll see how it burns in. It's almost like adding filler wire in a TIG, but it does it automatically for you. It just drips off into the puddle. It's pretty cool. I did it.
You gonna get back in the camera view? You gotta scoot to slide your chair. This
What did I
way.
do? Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. There you go.
Oh, I gotta get close to
There
him.
you go.
My main man. Come on over here, Chaz.
Oh man, we're getting everybody on tonight.
All right, here comes my buddy.
Nick Hillable.
Here he is. My man right here. Here he is, the main man. My fence
We
fixer.
lost it. Okay. That copper wire tip is awesome. I'll have to try it when I have to cast once in a while.
Make sure it's one of those jobs that I don't care too much for. Don't worry. Takes some getting used to.
All right. Tech 45. How's the service truck doing? Actually, really well. I'll knock on some wood on that one too. Todd Nash, keep it simple. I call that. Yes.
Here's our cameraman here today. Our main man camera.
It is time to get texting, Mr. Jones.
Wait till you see Phil's next video. You will see the two of us with our new outfits on.
I don't know if that's going to be the next video or not.
Or
I got a lot of it.
Well, one of these videos you'll see me and this guy here going heavy welder, Amish style.
Amish
style.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Amish style. That's how it is.
Right on. JD Tech doing good, getting busy. Farmers remembered they have to plant crop this year. Equipment needs fixing. They always remember right before, don't they? Chad, hey Wrench, do you access to connect to the controller's machine at your shop? No, I do not. Not at this time. I'm working on that though, like you said up in the comments earlier. My company runs Sterling dump trucks, and the thing is unbreakable. Automatic. For a loop for the first time I used it. Yeah, the automatic is tough to get used to. Always reaching for a clutch pedal. Old Time Welder. I follow you on Instagram. I find my account. I have a couple welding posts. Okay, sounds good. American Patriot. Drinking a cold Budweiser and listening to Merle Haggard on this fine Saturday. That sounds like a great evening.
Mm-hmm.
That was a while ago.
Okay.
I don't have any right now, John. Right now I'm using the old diagnostics right here. I am seriously looking into getting a Texas unit. But I gotta figure out when I'm ready to bite that bullet. I've had probably 6 or 7 calls now that I could have used it, and I've had to pass on the jobs, but I've been busy enough without it. So do I really want to take that leap and buy the laptop or not? Man, it's like family hangout tonight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Will you stop using my live stream as a mirror?
Yeah.
That'd be great. If you want to go use the mirror, go use the mirror.
No, I'm good.
But you can sit out. Oh man, I love being an electrician. I mostly did commercial, industrial gear. Love doing the layout and watching it all come together. The tough part was you were in.
I didn't get the layout work. I got the lay under work, under the house, under the, in the crappy holes, wherever it was hard to reach spots. That's what I used to get. But I still do a lot of electric work. I like doing it, but it's just like I've gotten better at it.
Greg Deveroy, wealth of knowledge in that man right there. Taught me a lot about baseball, believe it or not, a lot of years ago. Have a nice night, gentlemen. Thanks, Greg, for watching.
Hey.
I appreciate it. Fellow Michigan man there. He's got himself a little Dodge pickup.
Oh yeah,
He runs around with. Yeah, just a little one. It sits up pretty good.
I haven't seen him in a while.
That guy right there, he could probably. This guy right here, we could probably.
I could tell you a story
he could
about
probably,
him.
He could probably come over and show us how to operate a dozer.
Yeah, he could.
That guy knows how to operate one. I can just drive one, but he knows how to operate one. Bought a Bauer Impact last week and compared it to my Snap-on. I love the Bauer much more. Really, that's interesting. Interesting take. Half-inch drive, 3-inch drive. Which was it? There.
Do a video on that copper wire. You would get a lot of views. Yeah, you could. I don't know if I have any cast around.
We'll find some cast. Don't worry. We'll find some cast. Oh, Diesel Dog Garage, old time welder is America's dad. Thanks for stopping in, Diesel Dog. I appreciate it as always. Steven saying hi. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, I would appreciate the thumbs ups as always.
Manure spreaders. I used to get a lot of them. People would break them, and I'd bring them in, and oh god, they bring them in never cleaned. Oh, it used to drive me nuts.
That sounds fun.
I used to tell guys they bring them in. The first one I did myself, I cleaned it all up, and then I welded it. After that, I said, I'm done with that. If they bring them in with the manure dripping off them, I'd say, okay. And this is back in the 70s. I said, you're going to pay me $50 to clean that thing out with a pressure washer before I even start. But that's the worst because that metal just is so rotted, it just blows apart on you. You got to cut way back to repair something, or if you want to put a sheet metal piece in it, you got to cut way back into the thing. And then, that's the hardest stuff to work on. And I never liked crawling into trucks to get and have that hot weld dripping all over your shirts. More sleeves get holes in it. Yep, but manure spared by fire.
I want to see a video on that cast. We'll have to find some cast.
Yeah, I have to find some.
I think I got some old engine blocks laying around we can break apart.
Yeah.
What do you think? Take a sledgehammer to an engine block, weld her back up.
Yep.
Occupant baseball.
Baseball.
More than welding.
Oh, me too. That was my favorite sport. By far. I played them all, but I like baseball the best.
Look out.
Patience B.
The Mrs. Wrench.
Oh, 3 generations of favorite guys. Oh,
look at that. How sweet.
Where's she at? She's hiding upstairs or what?
Yeah. She should come back down. Do you like the Milwaukee better than the Milwaukee better than there? Hello, Miss Heavy Wrench. Hello, Ag Tech. Yeah, whatever you do,
she's monitoring us.
Not. Yeah, she's monitoring us. That's for sure. She's probably not even a moderator. Well, let's see. I don't know if she's got a blue wrench or not.
Oh yeah, them are always fun too. I have welded a few of those.
Trash juice. What'd you call it?
Secret sauce, man. That stuff. I forgot about that guy. He used to bring them into me all the time, and I had the weld. They always put holes in the bottom because they run something through the bottom of that where they pick up to put the garbage in the truck. That little belly in there. I had to weld a piece in there, and oh, good God, make you want to puke.
Oh, here we go. Manure spreaders. They never break when they're clean.
But you don't got to bring them to me dirty.
Oh, man. Fair bit on that. The light wrench is in the background.
Yep.
There we go. Guess what? We caught the comments. 49 people in the chat still.
Wow.
We've been on here for an hour and 28 minutes. Can you believe that?
We finally caught the comments.
And we caught the comments.
Whoa.
Wow, you guys
Finally.
haven't argued yet?
You're probably gonna bombard us again now.
Bombard us. That is chasing the background. Oh yeah. That is.
Man.
Just got a text from my buddy Greasy.
Oh,
he asked
Greasy,
if that
yeah.
was him in the background. Absolutely is. Miss Heavy Wrench doesn't have a blue wrench. Come on, Phil. Oh my gosh.
God.
Here we go. Blue wrench special. I guess. Let's see here. All right. It's going to double feed on us.
You know what?
guys,
Do you guys want to know why I had my 2 kids actually become mechanics, don't you? Because I do not like to work on motors and stuff. I don't like this stuff. So I figured if I send the 2 boys to school, one is an automotive mechanic, one is a heavy equipment mechanic, I could always get my stuff fixed and I won't do anything. So that was a real reason I was fully 100% behind them going to college to become mechanics.
Grandpa bakes.
So I don't have to do it.
He wanted to. It's what was it? How do you get more? How do you get more cheap labor? Have more kids?
That's right. But I just specialized.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't want to do, and geared towards
she's
that.
got one now.
Yeah, Grandpa breaks a tractor. He'll get a call from him or anything like that.
Yeah, stuck tractors, broke tractors. The compactor
Really
pusher
empty.
ram
Oh,
kid
yeah.
lives had to weld it inside that. It smelled bad before.
Once you heat that stuff up, baby, there ain't no turning back either. Once you start,
please. She might bake you some treats if you give her a blue. She's got the blue wrench. She's just got to comment so you can go tell her to comment so everybody can see she has the blue wrench now. Jeez Louise. It's not going to be good. Owed for back pay for camera work he's done.
yes, he does.
He gets paid.
He is.
He gets paid in like how do you pay him? Oreos?
Oreo, Thin Mint Oreos and iced drink, they call it. By the gallons. I pay him well. No, he probably doesn't pay him anything, but I do.
My dad's an airline mechanic, so I became a welder.
Yeah, I get your drift, buddy. I get your drift.
Nate, smart man. Pretty sure my pop kept having kids until he got the boy, so he could stop mowing the lawn.
Oh, my wife
Heck
mows
yeah.
lawn. I don't mow lawn. She does that. So
I baked lots yesterday. I missed my opportunity. Absolutely.
I tell everybody, I married my dishwasher. We don't have a dishwasher. I married her.
Oh, come on now. Can't be like that.
She's the best. I love her to death.
Oh, man, it's amazing. JC, we work on a few trash trucks. When that ticket's coming through, better hang. Steer clear, baby.
You got that right.
Phil owes you $10. You had to tell her that? Jeez Louise, she'll be down here in a minute. Love the bacon. I do send JC some pictures of the bacon that she makes. Yeah. But if JC lived a little closer, he'd be like the old time welder here, probably. I swear he lives. What do you live? 2 miles away?
Maybe 2 miles.
2 miles away, right? I swear, if she's baking something, he's either got some sort of like he can smell it from his house or something. Because next thing you know, he comes rolling around, and there it is. I got a blue wrench. Grandpa's always pay the best.
Yep.
Matt and Andy, American Tradesmen. These guys got a good channel too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You should check them out sometime. Yeah, they do a lot of like construction equipment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's some land clearing.
Okay.
The ones I think he's a heating and cooling guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they do some land clearing and stuff like that. So good to know. Thanks, one mechanic. Busted. I had to pay the old time welder.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mrs. Wrench. How are you? That's great, Mrs. Heavy Wrench. Very well, thank you, Kentucky Tech. And how are you? Old time welder has oven radar. He does.
I do, man.
If somebody's baking something, he's on it. How do you find DeWalt? I think it's good. We've used DeWalt tools for a long time. We got quite a few. We pretty much you've had 90% DeWalt.
I have for a long time, yeah.
For a long time, but that was the 18 volt.
The
older
volt,
18 volts.
Yeah.
We don't have anything newer.
The only one I
DeWalt.
don't care for is their grinder. Their grinder doesn't last long at all. That's the only thing.
Older platform.
Yeah, that's the
of
older.
batteries,
That was the first one that came out. I bought that when it first came out, and it wasn't that great. It might be better now. I don't know. I haven't used them.
I think we might be trying out some Milwaukee grinders and stuff because got some batteries and we might do some Milwaukee because I bought the 1/2-inch Impact.
My
Milwaukee
Impact, my Hilti Impact is going bad. I gotta get rid of it and get something different. So I don't know.
I think we'll end up going Milwaukee for you in the shop. I think, but I don't think DeWalt's bad.
No.
Let's put it that way. I just
No,
think
I've
that,
had good stuff. I mean,
maybe we'll try DeWalt out in the shop.
their screw guns are good. Their drills are good. I use them a lot. I still use that one drill. The only one I had trouble with was their they had a drill that had a hammer on it, hammer drill. And that didn't last real long, but I was drilling a bunch of stuff, cement that probably should have been drilling. I used like 3/4 holes. But they have
this is all older DeWalt stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing in the newer platform. The X20.
No, I got all the
stuff for, I
old
think
big
it's
battery,
X20.
that big goofy battery.
Yeah. So, door opens, text message gets sent. Oven door opens, text message gets sent. It seems like it. Patient's doing good. I've been on diaper duty. That's awesome. Todd Nash, another Michigan man. That is a father-in-law thing, Phil. You and me will never understand. Father-in-laws show up at the most opportunity and inopportunity times. My dad does. Yep. If she's baking something or he needs something, he shows up. It's all good. They don't have an electric ratchet.
Really?
So, Rudy, I know the feeling of working on garbage trucks. So when they break and blow a hose and they're packing our trash, that's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, they got a good channel. I definitely would suggest anybody in here checking it out for sure. I've used all brands of grinders. In my experience, Makita is the best. Bosch is a second.
I had a Makita a long time ago. I used them in shops, but
my wife says it's the same thing. I never come in the house before 8 p.m. unless she's baking. Good Kentucky Tech. Keep it up and give mom some downtime. I'm sure she needs it. Occupant. My Bosch grinder is over 6 years old and still going. I'm much better grinder than a welder. Phil, if you get the old time welder Milwaukee, you can borrow his batteries. You think it's going to go that way, Ag Tech?
Yeah.
Feel pretty good. I have the 4.5 inch and 6 inch and 9 inch. You get decent runtime with the big batteries, no matter what grinders. Batteries are users. Yeah, they just do because you're putting so much torque on them.
You're pushing down a lot.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? You're never using a grinder easy. Still got small DeWalt stuff. It just doesn't want to die.
I know.
But the screw gun and drill are awesome.
They are.
They
work the best.
About big Milwaukee and myself, yeah. Metabo is sort of a left field choice for grinders. Yeah, they really Metabos are pretty nice actually. I like they have that clutch.
Yep.
They have that soft start clutch, and then and then the stop clutch also. So it does kind of ease up on it. They're pretty good.
That soft start's tough if you try to use them on a DC welder, a welding machine. Though they sometimes won't take off on you. I've had that trouble.
The soft start won't excite the generator.
Yep.
On them because they don't draw enough amperage because they're soft start. But it's nice when you're running a small plug out of something, Good night. She's saying good night. So probably I smell apple pie.
Yeah.
Have a good one, JC. Thanks for stopping in. I definitely appreciate it. As always, one of these nights I should have JC on here. Just chat with him. The oldest grinder is Makita as well.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Click the right button there. But let's not forget, the best grind in the world is The Apprentice.
That's right.
The best grinder in the world is sitting in the room.
Yeah.
Look at that. Crenshaw Gaming. Hey, I'm back. Since last week, I bought the DeWalt XR half-inch impact. It has 700 foot-pounds of torque. Do you have any tips of knowing anything about this tool? Might be helpful for the future. I don't. have any suggestions on that other than keep your batteries charged, keep your batteries fresh. Don't let them get too cold. I know DeWalt's have had an issue with batteries in the past when they get cold. They just seem to freeze. They don't hold their charge in the cold. So keep that in mind with all batteries, really. Milwaukee's batteries with the new batteries though seem to be holding up better in the cold. As far as when they get cold. But that was a tough when we first started with it. Chicago Electric for the win. I don't know about all that. The Apprentice. I had one 18-volt DeWalt cordless drill last me 13 years. Smoke came out of the motor finally. Finally had to put her to rest, did you?
You caught up with the comments for once.
That's the second time tonight, bud.
Oh, that's surprising.
1845.
I used my Milwaukee 4.5-inch grinder to cut wheel bolts off a tractor yesterday.
Wow.
Cut 24 M20 bolts off a 4-wheel drive tractor. Used 2 bars on a 6-amp battery.
Holy cow.
24 M20 is 19 is 3/4.
It's 8.
So 19 is 3/4. So M20 will be a little bit bigger than 3/4.
Oh, I'm 20. I'm 24.
So it'd be 24
3/4 bolts.
3/4 bolts, basically. Well, yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's impressive. Kentucky Tech says that is impressive. I mean, and that's really good. The 6-amp hour batteries, that's what I bought for the Impact. So we'll see. Maybe maybe I'll just get get a grinder and some batteries. But I really want to look into that grease gun first.
Milwaukee grease gun?
Yeah. Same battery for the grease gun. So then you can use the grease gun.
What's wrong with Lincolns?
The batteries.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you.
They don't get
that's what's wrong with them Lincoln grease guns is the batteries.
Yeah.
Don't push too hard. Just let it cut.
Yeah.
That is the key to keeping batteries on anything that you're really doing is the workload that you're using. What else are we going to talk about tonight, everybody? I guess any other questions for the old time welder, seeing as how he's sitting right here live and in person.
That's it.
It's been pretty good. We're at about 1 hour and 42 minutes. And we're doing well. So see what the comments bring here. 45 people still in the chat. M18 grease gun is legit. Too legit to quit. Milwaukee grease guns are great.
Huh.
And these two here. I don't know if Kentucky Tech's ever used a grease gun.
I'm not sure.
It's probably legit just sitting in his toolbox. That's what it probably is.
I'm sure. I'm really
AgTech 45. I bet you he's greased a thing or two. I don't know.
I think Kentucky Tech should be working on their new power probe.
On the new power probe.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed in his first one.
Old time welder, if you were 18, would you do it all over again?
But yeah, I've always enjoyed welding. I like that. I don't like production welding. I never did much of it. I did a little bit of it, but I don't like production welding. But I do like repair welding. And I've built some new things before, quite a few new things. But I've always enjoyed welding. It's probably been fun for me because everything's a challenge. Welding, especially when you repair farm machinery, because it's never the nicest stuff. But if you're going to go into welding today, go in with the idea to do something like I don't want to say specialized, but at least make yourself versatile enough to do repair and just in all phases of things. Be able to build new things, repair things, but don't be scared to do a little production welding here and there. But but try to be like a repair, so your value goes up when you do them kind of jobs. When you're a repair person or welding repair or a structural builder or something like that, that's where your pay goes up. Going into a shop welding for production welding, you're going to max out $15, $18 an hour max.
Well, you don't know what it is.
You know,
right
I don't
now.
know what it is now, but that's what, you know, when I was there, it's always the lowest pay. And then now you're going to probably be, and you can get up as high as 30s with if you're into, you know, repair like that, because you're in demand. You know, don't be scared. It's not going to be a fun job because you're never going to have the nicest conditions to work in, but that's what makes you worth your money.
All right, I've got a Chicago Electric for like $15, and I've ground off countless rivets on spring hangers, also wire brushed 5 full truck frames with it. I'm working on another frame right now. That's awesome, Scott.
Wow.
That's I guess it's doing well. Do you still farm some land?
Yep.
We got DeWalt Grease Gun doing great. I wouldn't mind a Milwaukee,
Yeah, I do.
though. We do still farm some land.
Yep. Beans, corn, hay.
Little, what other this year? Got a little bit now.
Hmm?
A little something different.
Little wheat, yeah. Little rye. I'm gonna bale some rye there. Egg Tag 45.
Travis Williams.
I put in some rye for a cover crop, and I'm gonna let it grow up before it heads out, knock her down, and bale her up for the cows to feed.
Grease gun.
Something new I'm trying.
Be careful, you can explode the tip with them. Gotcha. I can't production weld either. I fall asleep.
I know, it's boring, man. It is.
Is the most skilled mechanic on the couch supervising the 2 beginner techs in front of him?
That's it, man.
Yeah.
He is. He's the man.
Good evening. All been a little bit nice to stop. Life crazy lately. Thanks, Nathan Hale. I appreciate that. Old Time Muller needs to check some of my older videos. Built a lot of farm equipment from scratch.
Ooh,
We'll have to
that'd be
check that out.
Who is it? What's
Country Mile Garage. You got your
Okay.
pen and paper, you can write that down.
Country Mile Garage. I'll put it down there. Write that down for me.
Oh, we got the super writer.
Country Mile Garage. Jeez.
Blake's Restoration and Automotive. Howdy.
What was it?
Nice.
Country Mile Restoration
Country Mile Garage.
Garage.
There's nothing on
What
there.
does the hair model in the background want to be when he grows up?
Yeah, what do you want to be?
I don't know yet.
He doesn't know yet.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know yet. Tarek's Steven saying hi to Tarek. A. Murray, I bought a Milwaukee. I won't grease anything without it. Just throw stuff?
No, I was trying to toss it up there. Didn't work.
Didn't work. Everybody saying hi.
Did I?
Hi. Saying hello. Hey, occupant. Hey, Murray. Cameraman and tech support for the Old Time Welder Oversight Committee. That's what he is.
That's what he is.
That's what he is.
That's
The pay is not good though.
Yeah.
Get a real man's job because I become a high frequency trader. Get a real man's job. Become a high frequency trader.
Seriously, I don't know what that is. What's that?
Come on, everyone. Let's all hit the like button. It's absolutely free. It is absolutely free. Steven, I appreciate that. Hit that like button. There's 47 in the chat still. This is we're at 1 hour and 50 minutes coming up here pretty quick here. 1 hour and 49 right up here on that corner live red button there.
Let's see how many.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, here we go. We got this all sorts of we're coming in hot now. Kentucky Tech too funny. You got 3 generations in the room. Absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
it.
Just done doing a side job, an airlock on a 4300. Ooh, and an old bus. That ain't no fun. But I mean, as long as it pays well, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's all good. Have a good night, Nate. Thanks for the hangout. I appreciate it. Hello, Mike Jones. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. Hi, how are you, Mike? Skipped over. You missed the first. My wife and my dad started the live stream without me tonight. I was late. They hit go. I don't even know what was said, so maybe we'll just take this video down. Probably not. Power Stroke Jude, thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate that. Are you going live after this? Just question. Don't have to. I'm just asking because I let everybody know that you're going to be there if you are. Apparently you've not heard.
Stock traders.
Oh, I'm not all about stock trading.
That is something I want to do though.
I don't think that's going to be a great deal. But hey, Jude.
Stock trades.
Stock trades. Jude's having an after party.
Uh-oh.
That's what we're looking for. Jude, my man. Hello, Mike Jones. Hi, Egg Tech. Rudy. Is it worth it to spend the money for the 18 volt over the M12 Milwaukee? Depending on what you're talking about, I think if you're looking for high torque, the 18 is where you're at. The 12, I think it's a great mid torque.
You good?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just had a little bit of Copenhagen going on the wrong hole there. Here, I'll let you take this one over.
What's this one? When are the old time welder oversight committee t-shirts and stickers going to become available? We'll have to work on a logo first. We'll have to get ourselves set up to have it figured out right. Because me and the big guy back here are a team. Won't be long. We got a few more months, and he'll be out of school. And then I get him a couple days a week.
Usually, yeah.
He's my man.
Thursday, Friday, usually.
39 likes, 0 dislikes.
Cool.
Thanks, Xfel. That's pretty awesome. Hi, Walter. More features. I think it has more like versatile tools as well. Not so much the smaller stuff. I think the ratchets and stuff are M12, so kind of got to have both at some point. Rudy.
It's the MLH in here today.
He's hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah.
You need both. That's what. Yep. There you go. Go to piggyback. Sounds good, Jude. If you're gonna get a piggyback ride, that's kind of weird, but okay. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, that's awesome. If Jude's coming on directly after this, he knows I'm about 2 hours average and go from there, you know. Hey, that Milwaukee M18 grease gun is bad. Greased the heck out of a 333D skid steer. 333D. That's a pretty nice machine, actually. For 2 days, and the Case IH didn't use much battery life. Yeah, them they're good. They are good. What's up, Jude? Grease gun. Oh, grease gun. Looking at buying. Depends. I'd say use whatever one your platform, the battery platform you have the most of, or you use the most, because then you're always going to have something fresh and charged.
Yeah.
Or just that's the biggest thing is keeping something fresh and charged. That's going to be the toughest thing. There's a lot of great M12 tools out there. I have both lines. M12 is good for some jobs. I have the M12 impact drivers, interior work. Yep. Travis Williams says yes. Rudy, yes, M18 is better if you do a lot of greasing. I think it's just the capacity of it, right? Like if you're doing a lot of greasing, that M18, it just gives you the bigger battery, the more amp hours than the M12, and you're going to be able to grease a lot more throughout the day or throughout the week. Lincoln Electric blue grease guns, yeah. So Blakes, you're saying that the Milwaukee, we got some Lincolns over here that they were okay, but the batteries just didn't last.
They don't last. That's still the same way, but they use them.
Yeah,
Beats a lot of pumping.
Oh yeah.
So I say, bro.
Absolutely. Howdy, Jude. SS Repair Service. Brian, I was letting you play on the work phone while I watch TikTok on my phone. Brian, I appreciate that. I figured you'd be out on a service call tonight. somebody crossing brake lines and stuff. Jared, I use the Milwaukee equipment oiler in Purdy Bay, Alaska. It's an awesome tool. Never froze up. Really. So he's from Alaska.
Wow.
And it's awesome.
Nice.
Never froze up. That's kind of cool. That's real cool. No comparison to the Milwaukee. Hey, dude. Serious question. Did he actually pay for the jeans with rips in them, or did he wear them out normally?
I don't wear mine on.
We paid full price for jeans with holes in them, I'll tell you that. Definitely.
Yeah, they don't rip the same.
They don't rip the same.
If you wear them, they just have like a.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
M12 is only one speed and pressure. Yeah, I'm subscribed, man. I'm subscribed to your channel, brother. Yeah, I've actually subscribed to your channel, man. M18 can set how many shots of grease you put in. Yeah, it gives you more power. So, like on the M18, you can actually dial it up to give it 12 pumps.
Oh,
So
really?
you hold the trigger once and it goes 12, and then it stops.
That's cool.
So it's kind of a cool option. Oh, they do get bulky in tight places. That's for sure. I am urban dozer codes using translation app to even talk to them. Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Oh, you just worked in Alaska. I got you. Either
Still
way,
cool, though.
if you were in Alaska and it didn't freeze up, that's pretty good. Even, I mean, Wyoming, you guys are probably no, dude, I've subscribed to your channel a while ago. I'm 99% sure. If not, I've watched some of your videos for sure. I think I may buy a battery ratchet and driver who is a great mid-level one on what size battery. I M12 really. I don't know what size battery. We'll have to ask the we'll have to ask the people here real quick. John Moyles, got to roll. Have a good one. I will keep her lit. Thank you so much. I have a long Flexilla hose on my M18 grease gun. Really? That'd be pretty nice, actually. Take care, John. Well, we are hitting the 2-hour mark, and I'm going to shut her down for the night. I appreciate everybody that has showed up and been involved with this live stream. We do have to give a battery suggestion on that M12
45 I did.
line up there. 3-amp battery. There we go. We got it. So that's awesome.
Good job.
Yeah, some stuff turns into a rock, that's for sure. Task dependent on what 12 battery I use. Is the Flexilla hose holding up? That's a good question. I guess we'll wait for a response to that from Mr. Brian Meadows. You have a good week. Let's see. One Mechanic Dave, funny story. Wearing your shirt today, your logo gets more interest and inquiry than any other shirt I've worn. People love it. That's awesome. Tell them where to buy it. Have a great week. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to have on this old guy again. We will work on some welding videos, though. Maybe we'll do that.
Maybe I'll try doing it.
Sounds pretty good.
I just fix stuff I forget about I don't ever have a camera, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to get it set up with something. So, well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Check out Jude's live stream after this. I know he'll be starting soon. And when I wake up tomorrow, I'll say hi to Jude and he'll still be on. And you guys have a great, great evening. Stay safe next week. Be good. May your wrenches never slip. And I'm losing my voice today.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. Have a good one.